Shall I hit record?
I've done it. We're live. Well,
But
we're
no,
not
but you
live.
know,
We are live.
if you've hit record, that means you've then got to send it to me.
Why have I got to send it to you?
Okay, because okay, you can upload. All right. Just think I'm better with the video than you.
It's only saving it, converting it, and uploading it. I can manage that.
Shall we recap for everybody?
Yeah, I think we should.
So
Or should we stop recording and start again?
What? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. It's over with. Yeah, I think we just do a quick recap for everyone. So, Mandy, we've been trying to start this video since the last 15 minutes.
17 minutes.
17 minutes. We've been having a few problems with Facebook Live to start with. That's fair to say. And then we couldn't invite anybody into Facebook Live, so I couldn't join. And then, so we'd opted for rooms, and the invite that I got for the room, every time I clicked on the link and approved myself to join as Neil Moran, it would then throw me out of the room.
Facebook knows.
Yeah, Facebook knows who I am. But hi, everybody. Hi, yes, here's a couple of professionals willing to talk to you about video on your website. It's a lot easier. Yeah. It's a lot easier on Zoom.
It is a lot easier on Zoom. I don't know why Zoom and Facebook have fallen out. It used to be so seamless, and now it's just an absolute pain in the.
And see, when you're doing like professional live streaming, you don't use things like, you use external tools that integrate with Facebook, so it makes it an awful lot easier. So.
Yeah, but they've cut all the external anyway. I'm not very happy with Facebook at the moment. So yes, tonight we were going to do a maximum 30-minute slot, which we're already 18 minutes into on top tips for recording video for websites. And so we've got a little document to share with you. I'm just going to get that up on screen. Just bear with me. Okay.
I'll sing my song one way. You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. Go back to the holding screen.
Why?
I don't know. I just think it looks more professional.
What holding screen? That holding screen.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, there you go. So tonight we're going to be covering how to build a website in 10 easy steps, creating video for websites.
We are. You're a bit quiet, Neil. I don't know whether it's just me. Maybe you need to speak up a little bit.
There you go. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's a bit better.
I haven't done anything, but
just cleared your throat.
It just cleared my throat, and it's like, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to crack on because we've all got better things to do on a Wednesday evening. So the six kind of top tips that we want to share with you. First and foremost, number one is, what is your message? What is it that you are trying to convey? And I think for websites, and not just for websites, but for directory profiles and things like that, having an introductory video just saying hello is a really, really good way for your potential clients to hear you, to see you, to kind of get a 3D version of you, if you like. I think it's on Psychology Today, and it's like a 15-second or 25-second piece that you can do. It's really, really short. And so it's important that when you're thinking about this video, that you decide what your key message is. What is it that you want to say? Is it just like, hi, I'm Mandy? Or is it, I've got a special offer on? Or is it, this is my modality? Or whatever it is you want to do. And if it's a longer video, you might want to have a script or bullet points so that you make sure you cover off certain things throughout the video. What I will say in terms of statistics is that video is just the most popular format there is at the moment. You think about TikTok and Insta TV and all that type of stuff. And the average user will decide in under 7 seconds whether that video is for them or not. So, you know, the first 7 seconds, don't take any notice of our messing about tonight, but the first 7 seconds of a video are kind of the most important, really, because that's where the watcher makes a very quick decision about whether you are worth their time effectively. In terms of message, think about your tone, think about your pacing, and don't rush it. And these are things that you would advise for anyone giving a presentation. And it's the same type of thing. You want to come across as your normal self, you know, to try and manage your own anxiety in it. And I suppose the thing that I want to say more than anything is just do it. Just like do a couple, find a safe group on Facebook. You know, we as counsellors, we've got some great Facebook groups, the Counsellor Staff Room and Good Enough Counsellors, and Private Practice with Tamara Howell. Really safe spaces where every now and again the group owners will say, you know, give us an intro video, let's see who you are. So it's an opportunity for you to put yourself out there, get some feedback if you want it, and have a play around. So we've got some examples of videos tonight to show to you. So I'm just going to show you a quick video. Can you see the Soulful Psychotherapy site, Neil?
I certainly can.
That's good. Okay, so this is my my website, and this is the About Me page, and I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone. I wanted to do this, and you know what? I've just remembered that when I shared, I didn't share sound, so I'm just going to let me just see. Oh yes, I can just tick that button there. So hopefully you can see and hear this.
Hi there, my name is Mandy Phillips and I'm a psychotherapist and counsellor in the UK, and I just wanted to jump on a video and say hello so that you can get a kind of a 3D version of me, if you like, and who I am. I've been in private practice for 2 years, coming up for now, and I just love being a therapist. I love being able to spend time with people who are looking to grow, who might have dilemmas or issues.
I think that's enough of that, don't you? It's making me cringe. and so it's important to say that even if you are doing this, you know, the cringy feeling doesn't ever really go away. And I'm sure even if you're on flipping BBC News and they have to watch themselves back, I'm sure they cringe too. So unless you're a complete egocentric narcissistic maniac, you probably don't like hearing your own voice and seeing yourself on video. Sorry, Neil. To say that.
Yeah, I quite like that.
But for most of us, it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's not going to kill us. So the next tip is to check your environment. And the reason I talk about this is because once I did a video, I was really proud of it, and my friend texted me afterwards and said, "Oh, it was a really nice touch to have socks on the radiator behind you because it made it feel really homely." And I was so embarrassed that I just hadn't checked what was behind me in the room. So check out your background, make sure that, you know, if you've got copious amounts of alcohol or anything that might offend, that they're shoved out of the way. Think about your lighting. Have you got a halo because of too much light or not enough? And use an artificial light to balance the room. So a selfie light, cheap and cheerful, 15 quid off Amazon, can really make a lot of difference to having a balanced view of your face and seeing you clearly. So do you want to share your video now, or?
No, I'll do that. We'll talk about saving and storing your video first, and then we'll play my video.
Okay.
So saving and storing your video. So there's various different devices that you can record on. I mean, I think that the easiest one for people at the moment is actually Zoom, as demonstrated by Facebook earlier. and because you've got Zoom, and you can you can just sit there and just, hi, my name's Neil, this is what I do, and that's, people are much more comfortable with that now, even though they are just talking to themselves. That's a really comfortable way of doing it. But so one of the things, so my element of this presentation is this saving and storing videos. And so it's, if you were recording it on Zoom, then obviously make sure you've got, if you've got a pro account, then it will save it for, make sure you hit record and it will save it for you. Video files can be quite large, much larger than audio files. And video files, they come in a variety of different formats. The format you should be dealing with is MP4, like MP3, except MP4, the video. And it's much, it's a much more recognized format. So if somebody gave you a video on a USB stick and it's in MP4 format, you could play it. If it's in a different format, you might need to download a special software for your machine in order to be able to play it via that. But so it's universal, it's universally accepted. Video file sizes, as Mandy says, can get big. Sometimes you're talking in the gigabytes of file sizes, and that could be, if you're doing hour-long presentations, they can be gigabyte size, and it can be difficult because you've got something which is actually quite so large. What is it you're going to do with that, and how is it you're going to share it? So the easiest place to share these things, and is going to be on an online platform like Vimeo or YouTube or another platform. So you might use Google Photos, which I do for my videos. Oh yeah, which I do for like the training videos that I've done previously. So they're stored on Google Photos or Google Drive, I should say, and then it's easier to share them with you. So Vimeo, lovely. YouTube, lovely. They'll give you, if you're using WordPress, then I definitely know that the YouTube links just, you insert the YouTube link and it just knows that it's a link to video, and it will just pull it down and it will display the video.
And that video on my website was from Vimeo, so it does the same thing in WordPress too.
Brilliant, good. And it's sometimes, depending on if you do choosing different platforms, sometimes you have to grab the embed code and then use the embed code, and it can start getting quite complicated. But you may wish to record your video on, say, your handy phone device, and then upload it to your website. So what I did earlier was I recorded a video, I'll call it, recorded a video on my phone, and then I was having to try and get this video off my phone. The video was like 40 megabytes, I think, or 50 megabytes. It was in an MP4 format. I had to, I tried to email it to myself. Sometimes that's an easy way if it's big, but it was too big, so I couldn't email it to myself. I then had to, I went, oh right, well I'll just upload it to Google Photos, and then it's it's in the cloud, and then I can grab it from there. So I've got it on my desktop machine. Tried doing that. I was on the Wi-Fi network. The Wi-Fi was really busy. I couldn't do that from my phone, so I actually had to turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone, use the data on my phone to upload it. That was a lot faster. Once it was in Google Photos, I was able to download it as an MP4 format. And so now I've got it and it's on my machine. It's in MP4 format, and I know what I can do with it then. So what I did with it was I converted it. I used a converter, which is, you don't necessarily have to do this, but it is becoming like a bit of a standard. If you're using an MP4 format and you're putting it on your website, then what you could do with doing it is actually using a converter and converting your video to WebM, WEBM, WebM. And I think in the video that I'm going to show you in a minute, I explain why you should be doing that. But yeah, so you're talking large video, so you're talking large sizes, and so it can really, really, you know, drag. They are of drag it themselves. So if we can, Mandy, I will share my
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing now. I just want to say though, you know, in response to Neil's Google tip, is that, you know, with Apple, I do a lot of quick video on my phone, you know, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, upload it to, I don't even need to upload it, it just does it automatically, sends it to the iCloud gallery, and then I can whiz it over to Vimeo and do it that way. So
yeah, because it's connected up, and it's kind of like mine would have been a lot easier as well if I could have actually got it through the Wi-Fi network. It was like, so so that's not too bad. So brilliant, you've stopped sharing. Okay, so let's hit this host disabled participant screen sharing.
It's because we were sharing earlier and then we stopped, and now I've got to make co-host again. So there you go.
Okay, bro. So which one am I after? I'm after this one here. Okay. So we'll just play this, and this is about embedding, how you go about embedding video files, MP4 files, WebM into your website, into your WordPress website.
I thought you were going to do the other video. Oh, we need sound.
Okay. Let's.
If you go to more, you should have an option to share sound.
Oh, there we go. Share sound. Brilliant. Okay. So let me see if I can turn it up a little bit as well. Okay, here we go. Right, so Mandy said to make this video quick. So I've got a demo site, and I've logged into the Visual Builder. I've put in place 2 elements here, or I haven't put them in place yet, but I'm going to insert a module, and this module is going to be our video. And this is not the way we want you to do it, but I'll show you how to do it. So you click on insert module and then video. And it should pop up. So it's already got some information in it, which is a link to a YouTube video. And we're going to change that, hopefully. So I've got rid of the YouTube video that was there. I'm going to click on add video. Now, I'd previously uploaded a video to the media library, so I'm going to click on there. And this is the video that we're going to use. So this is an MP4 video. And also what I've got is going to add another video. And this is a WebM video, a WebM. And this is, again, it's a video format. It's just not a very well-known video format, but it is a video format which in 10 years' time everybody will be using, simply because Google is encouraging us to use it. So that should, in theory, be copying and uploading another video. Crop files to upload. So I've uploaded the largest video, and this is a smaller video. And this is, so there's 2 video formats, MP4 and WebM. And as you can see there, while it uploads, MP4 and WebM. And this second video here, I'm going to click upload that video, or select it and insert it into the page. There you go. So now there will be, eventually there will be 2 videos there, but they will only show 1 video at a time. Once we go, I'm going to save that. The reason why there are 2 videos is because MP4 will be delivered if somebody's on a faster connection, and if somebody's out and about and on a mobile browser, then the WebM format will be delivered. And I'll mention the how I got a WebM video during the live talk. Bit of chat, whatever. Where Mandy's not telling me off.
Never tell you off.
I'm just exiting the Visual Builder. That'll save that. Let's have a look at the video. So this is it embedded. Hi everyone. It's really good to welcome. I just thought I'd welcome you with this video and just say how great it is and how easy it is to be able to embed this video into your website. That's how easy it is.
Makes me feel like I'm on the waltzer.
And so the website that I use to convert to MP4 to WebM is this Convertio, convertio.co, and I simply googled, MP4 to WebM, and it's WebM is the compression. So MP4 is a compression format, and WebM is a compression format, and so it makes makes the file smaller. So MP4, that MP4 file was about 40 megabytes. The WebM was about 20 megabytes. And so if you're thinking you're out and about and you're on mobile data, it's actually going to cost you more to deliver MP4 rather than WebM. That buys you a little bit of credit with Google, and any credit that you can buy with Google is good. And on that note, I shall sharing, and we can go back to the next slide, please. The next slide, please, Mandy.
That makes more sense, because when you were explaining it to me earlier, I was nodding along, but I didn't really understand what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Smiling and nodding. Yes, that makes absolute sense. And I wonder whether the next launch of Google's SEO update, which is very much focused on performance of websites, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether that is going to be looking for WebM rather than MP4.
MP4. Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Although, and you may have said this and I may have zoned out, so excuse me if that's happened. Although there is an option to put it on the website like you did in the media library, or to embed, and we would always advise embedding, because if you embed it, did you say that before?
No.
Good. So if you embed it, basically what's happening is Vimeo or YouTube is hosting the video. They're kind of holding the whole size of it, and you're just providing a dynamic link to it, which is better for your users.
And why else?
And why else?
Yeah, the other reason is, of course, you're putting it on YouTube. YouTube, one of the most watched, platforms above the many others. And people will be able to, they'll be able to like your YouTube page. They'll be able to share that video easily with their friends, etc., etc., etc. So it
depends on your settings.
Depending on your settings. But you can start building a following there, if you want to. And if you wanted to, of course, if you wanted to deliver any free content material, you could deliver it via YouTube. To your audience, your subscribers.
Absolutely.
Build your subscribers.
Okay, so we're just going to go back to the presentation, and the final kind of part of the message is just thinking about staying on brand, and this is kind of a marketing ticket item, if you like. So for most therapists, counsellors, psychotherapists, whatever it is you call yourself, you will have, or you might have a logo, you might have a color palette, you might have something that works for you and your socials. And for most therapists, our brand is us. Our brand, you know, because we're selling, we have to get people to know, like, and trust us in order to be able to book sessions with us. And so I like navy. There's navy on my website. I didn't really think about it when I wore this for the video tonight, but if I was doing a video for my website, I would think about the color palette that's on my website and maybe wear something that certainly didn't clash with it, but went nicely with it. It could, yeah, complemented. I couldn't think of the word there. So you might be wearing a scarf that's in your brand colours or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing to do is to, you know, to be congruent with whatever you're saying in terms of your website, your social, your Instagram, what have you, you know, whether you're coming across in the same way so that people are getting the same experience of you, whichever platform they find you on.
In agreement or harmony. Congruent. Sorry, I've just looked it up. Well, you know.
Okay. Yes, in agreement or harmony.
Yeah.
Congruence is a very therapist word. You know, being congruent. So like the outside and the inside being the same. Do you know what I mean? In harmony. Mm-hmm. It's a good description. So the final things to think about. Where are you going to share it? It can be on your website, but if it's on your website, you can also share that web link on your social platforms. You can share it in your Facebook groups. You can share it in your local community groups on ads pages, because video is a great format that Facebook loves because the users love it. And share again. Share it till, you know, people are sick of seeing it, basically.
Yeah. No, and I'm just very much in agreement, and it's that kind of thing where it's when you're in the zone, almost when you're in the zone, just do some video, just, you know, talk to your audience, and don't necessarily, you know, don't let it hold you back, you know, don't, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's a bit like how easy sometimes how easily we do these. Because, you know, we're both we're relaxed with this, with that, with the other, So yeah, we can just get on with it, and we know what we're talking about vaguely, and let's get on with it. And so it can be a really good format for people.
Yeah. So the last step is to be clear about your next steps. And so when you're ending your video, think about, what do you want the watcher to do next? Are you just sharing something because you want to share it, and that's, you know, that's it? Or actually, is there a clear call to action? So in my video that I did earlier, that I stopped halfway, the call to action at the end was, you know, if you kind of like what you see in terms of me and the website, then get in touch and let's have an introductory call. So that was it wasn't a sell call to action, but it was a get in touch if you want to have a chat. And there was something else I was going to say there, and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it's gone. Lost my train of thought.
Yep, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it is the. Yep, I don't know. What networks can you share it on? You've already covered. Can you share in local community groups?
Yeah, we're on the next one.
We're on the next. Are we? The one beneath that. Yeah, move it down then. I can't see it.
What do you mean move it down? I'm on. It's full screen.
No, I can't see it.
Oh my word.
See, so there are loads of different things which we've done wrong tonight. So I can't actually see you going. Be clear about the next steps. There's one beneath that we can't see, but
sorry. Why can I see it and you can't see it? What is going on?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
So we're doing loads of things wrong.
There, can you see it there now?
Yeah. Be clear about your next steps. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of, you know, be clear about what you want the watcher to do next.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. And it's like, there's
And on that note,
I've completely lost my train of thought now. Don't do all of the things wrong that we've done wrong. I'm sitting here eating peanuts. The video that we did that I did earlier was like, yeah, that's how not to do the video. Don't do something like that. It's very easy to do, and you can go, oh yeah, I can get away with this. It's look, I can do it. It's like, it just looks awful. I hadn't thought about. I mean, I had thought about the sound because I thought it's really noisy. Oh right, let's do a video now, just because you just started doing building work outside. So think about all of those kinds of things and how they all fit together.
and the thing I would say in conclusion, if you like, is we all get things wrong because we're human. And I suppose what I find is that if someone's struggling on a video, or they've made a mistake or something like that, it's actually more endearing. If someone's kind of being vulnerable and going, oh shit, fuck that up, or laughing at themselves, it actually draws you into them. Do you know what I mean? And so video a few years back was all about corporate stuff. It was all about professional video. It was all about getting a videographer in to do the stuff. And today it's all about user generated content. So it is about getting your phone out, taking a video, whether it's on the beach, having a walk in nature, whatever fits with your practice, with your
persona
brand.
almost. Yeah.
That's it, your persona, what you love to do, what lights you up. Then share that, because that will draw people in. And so if you're going to do a video, I'd love to see it. If you want to do a 1-minute video and pop it in the group, we would absolutely love to see it. And like we said, the search engines love it. So if you're going to put it on your website, it's definitely going to get you SEO points.
That's a really good point, where I'll go back to when I was uploading the videos to the website just then. I hadn't changed the names of the videos. So the file names were just raw file names. I hadn't changed the file names. You would change the file names so they actually meant something, so that when Google sends around its little spiders, not actual spiders, but when it sends around the spiders, then they will read the title of your
the alt tags.
The alt tags, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so on that note, after a comedy of errors, we will say ta-ta for now. Ta-ra a bit.
Ta-ra a bit, bye.
As Neil would say, and I'm going to stop sharing, and we'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time. I can't remember what the topic is. Can you remember what's 2 weeks' time?
No.
Okay. We'll work that out, and we'll get back to you. Happy Wednesday.